Yeah. Playa T, that's me. Hollywood in the hood.
All right, like I said at the onset of the show, we got a really great guy on board tonight. He has a really great book out entitled She Knows. His name is Mr. Junius Russell. We're elated to have him here on board tonight, all the way from New York City. Coming. Now, Junius,
Pleasure to be here.
Thank you for coming, man. Now, you're from New York, as I understand it, right?
Yes, Harlem.
Harlem? Now, I know they told you about the little rough going.
Oh yeah, I heard about the
You heard about that?
with the Rough Riders.
Yeah, the Rough Riders. We had a little rough going with the Rough Riders, you know, but hopefully everything is smooth out there. But Harlem, man, very active place. I love it, man.
Yeah.
Every time I go,
Very
we
cultural.
go every summer. We have lots of fun. We kind of take over. I see why they was kind of mad. We kind of take over when we show up in New York.
Yeah.
Did we do that show in Harlem or was that in Brooklyn with the white guys?
With the white guys. No, that was in Manhattan.
That was in Manhattan?
Yeah, that was in Manhattan. We did a show with
Harlem was in Manhattan.
Sony Records, The Lashes. The group The Lashes, they were signed to Sony Records.
Harlem is actually uptown Manhattan.
Harlem's uptown.
Right,
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Well, it takes somebody to know it, baby. You know. Now, hold on. Now, you could have been. I mean, Harlem. Now they got all kind of cats. But one thing I know about Harlem, they strive for greatness. That's what it seems like to me.
It's a very cultural place.
You know, you got guys like Diddy. You know what I mean? You know, you got the whole Harlem World, Cameron and all them. Now, Dipset came on the show. They was here. So Harlem stay showing us love, man.
Absolutely.
You know, so am I describing that place correctly and accurately?
It's a beautiful place. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so much stuff going on. It's, you know, Central Harlem is 125th Street. That's where the Apollo Theater and everything is. So
right.
Basically, when you come to Harlem, you're gonna touch that shopping district on 125th Street.
Right.
That's where everything is going on. You can get everything.
Now, because you've been writing for quite some time now, 8 years.
Yeah, I've been writing. I got several titles under my belt.
Several titles under your belt.
Yeah, so I'm just waiting to drop them.
Just
like
waiting.
bombs, you know.
And I'm pretty sure you got all your information, you got all your inspiration from your environment that you grew up in.
Right. Most of the characters, you know, the fictional characters, you know, they based on people that I came into contact with, you know, growing up in Harlem, you know?
Right.
And the projects, Grant Projects.
Grant Project.
Yeah, if you look past Apollo Theater, them projects you always see in the background on TV, that's Grant Projects.
Tell me about the mindset, though, coming up in Harlem. You know, you see the hustle and bustle. You're seeing people making it out of there, but most of the time you're seeing people not make it out of there.
Absolutely.
You know, what was the mindset like coming up? You know, being in the Big Apple, being in a big city where it's hustling and bustling, it's moving, things are happening, doors are opening up for certain people, but doors are closing for others. Yeah. You know, tell me about
there's obstacles everywhere.
Right.
You know, just coming from that environment, so much stuff going on, negative stuff going on, you know. You either gonna, you know, get with the negative or you're gonna get with some positive stuff. So you're gonna make your way one way or another.
Right. Now New York is a melting pot, kind of like California. We spent a lot of time out there too. You know, it's a melting pot of all different kind of races and nationalities, you know, and it's kind of hard to be original in New York because you got people bringing so much of their own there, and then, you know, if you're growing up there, you're getting fed all these different cultures. How did you maintain integrity in your writing and being original?
Well, basically, you know, where I come from, you know, it's a certain, you know, culture, you know what I'm saying? It's a certain background, you know what I'm saying? And so, you know, I just try to adhere to where I come from, you know, that Harlem. See, New York is divided into, you know, different boroughs. Everybody have a different concept. And so the person from Harlem, they're going to have a different mindset from somebody from Brooklyn. Okay. And so basically, you know what I'm saying, you just kind of like stick where you come from.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, and try to grow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Is there a support system for authors and writers in Harlem?
Well, I mean, there's Harlem book fairs, there's different things, you know what I'm saying, that promote, you know what I'm saying, the author. But, you know what I'm saying, basically, you know, writing is something that comes from the heart. You know what I'm saying? So basically, you know, you just take your things that you came into contact with, you know what I'm saying, and you just put it in, you know, into a book form.
Right.
And it's almost like a movie, you know?
Yeah, like a movie. You putting your business down on paper. Now, you've been writing all this time, but you were actually also ghostwriting. Now, you hear that a lot for MCs, people ghostwriting for artists, singers, and rappers, but ghostwriting for other authors, that's big. I mean, huge. I mean, how did you even get abreast of something like that? How did you get hip and get into that?
was basically, you know what I'm saying, I had wrote a couple of books, you know what I'm saying, and then, you know, rather than publish them personally, you know what I'm saying, somebody offered to buy them. That way, you know, as an offer, me doing it like that, I don't get the, you know, I don't get the authorship rights, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's sold straight out.
Right.
So this time, this is my debut book with Jaded Publications.
Right, your own very own thing.
Absolutely. I'd like to give a shout out to Jaded Publications.
Right.
And Jay Jones.
Okay.
You know, and all the other authors, you know, my fellow authors.
Right.
You know?
Right. Now, for somebody to take notice and buy your original writings before you even got to the point you're at now, that speaks volumes, man. I mean, how did they get hip to you? Were you attending these book fairs? And
oh, no, I submitted them,
okay.
you know what I'm saying, to a publishing company.
Okay.
And then, you know what I'm saying, they offered to buy them.
That's how that works then.
Yeah.
Tell us how that goes, because there's authors out there that want to get in Junior's position where they're writing, they got material that they wrote, and when they want to know how to sell it. So tell us
Well,
about
basically, you know, you just have to shop your work around. Some people, they'll accept it, and then some won't, you know. So basically, I submitted it to a certain amount of individuals, and somebody came and said, hey, I like it, or whatever, but, you know, they wanted to buy it straight out.
Right.
So that was the opportunity that I explored at that time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I learned that, you know, you don't get total credit for your work when you ghostwrite and you sell it straight out.
Right.
So at this point,
Now,
you know
being
what
an
I'm
author and as hard working as you are, because, you know, writing several books over a period of time takes a lot of devotion and dedication and attention to detail. And then when you go to shop it and someone buy it and they buy it flat out and you don't see any more royalty, have you ever seen your work published and it's not yours anymore?
absolutely, it's a terrible feeling.
Let's talk about it. It has to be.
Because you know,
It has to be a terrible feeling. You know, because you're looking at this stuff, and it's probably being celebrated, uplifted, and yet someone else has the credit. But in the back of your mind, you're like, God, I came up with this.
Exactly.
So how does that make you feel? I mean, tell me.
I mean,
Does that motivate you to write more stuff?
it motivates me, you know what I'm saying, to write more, and it motivates me, you know, to hold on to my material, you know. That way, you know what I'm saying, I'll get credit for the authorship, you know.
Oh, so you're less inclined to shop it around, to sell it for, you know, one instance nowadays.
Right, exactly.
All right, now fast forward to now, because you got a new book right now. She Knows.
She knows.
Now, we don't want to... And I'm going to tell you what, I bet you she knows.
She knows.
I'm going to tell you what, I bet you she do know, you know. In case she forgot, we got Junius Russell to remind you, you know. Now, without giving the book away, can you give us like a brief description of the book?
Yeah, it's basically it's a suspense. It's a urban suspense novel, you know. And I'm not gonna give too much away, like you said, but
it's an urban suspense.
yeah. So you know, what I'm saying, it just basically starts in an urban environment. You know what I'm saying, a young girl growing up in an average ghetto. You know what I'm saying, where there's drug and crime.
So is the 3 G's in it? Gangsters, girls, and guns.
Absolutely.
Okay, G-rated. All right, gangsters, girls, and guns.
Right.
It's going down.
Oh, it's hardcore. I mean, you know what I'm saying, and
Right.
and it has a few messages and lots of twists and turns, but
Right.
it has a message at the end of the book that's real deep. You know.
Awesome. Now tell me, is that your branding with this line of writing? You know, intense. You know, from the street, gutter.
Absolutely.
That's your brand. That's what
That's
you
how
like
I bring
to be
it
known for.
from the street, the heat.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
great. What do you say about authors that you know they want to talk about fiction and talk about, you know, roses are red and violets are blue?
I mean, there's somebody, you know what I'm saying, that probably want to read that, you know what I'm saying? but I'm catering to a certain audience, you know what I'm saying? You know, like I'm on the Hollywood in the Hood show, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you know.
Right. So it's all about the hood.
Yeah, urban gutter, you know?
Right. Now, hold on. You got Junius. You got people to say, well, Junius, man, you're very talented, man. You know, you can use your talents, man. You could be talking about, you know, Black history. You could be talking about motivational speaking. Why speak to the things that already what we consider glorifies the hood? You got people that say that. What would you say to people like that?
Well, basically, you know what I'm saying, this is my art form. You know, I'm going to tell you what I know about. I'm going to speak about what I know about. Right. My experiences growing up in Harlem from New York. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's what I know. Right. So, you know, I'm not gonna write nothing about roses or reds, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm gonna hit you with some gutter heat, you know?
Right.
So